going forward. As district magistrate, if I don't stay in office more than anybody else, obviously the district is going to suffer. How is it possible that you are saying that I was just studying for 2 hours a day and I cleared UPSC? That would be a scam, would it be? How is it
Yes.
possible somebody says I just read 2 hours a day and then I don't know, maybe he's a superhuman or something. So similarly, there are so many issues. You have a lot of things to deal with. So if you're not spending enough time, you're not giving enough time, that definitely means you're missing out on a lot of things.
More than me, my parents are very relieved and happy actually, because they felt like, what if not this, what would be the next option?
But the feeling hasn't sunk in yet. But other people are very happy. I'm happy that my parents are.
It's a very sparkful 5-10 minutes that enlightened me too as a teacher.
No idea how many people I talked to.
Yeah.
Because the phone was ringing non-stop and my arm and my ear was paining by the end of the night. However, the adrenaline rush was such that I could not sleep for the entire day and even the next day. And then slowly it is coming down.
But good part that destiny is falling in place, stars are falling in place for that particular day.
Yes, sir.
How was your feeling, Kathi, on the day of
So,
result?
where I was expecting the result from Friday. Like they're saying Friday may come on Friday, it may come on Monday. So it felt like, okay, let it come. That was my feeling actually. I was expecting a rank because I felt my interview was better. So because of my interview, I felt like I at least in the somewhere in the list. But after that, after the ranks came, I was satisfied actually, because it has been like around 3 years of struggle. So after that, it took a lot of time to actually realize about the what happened, what has happened. And as Rishabh said, like a lot of calls, a lot of meeting, and few people after a long time. So it's still going on.
Yeah, definitely. You guys are
Yes,
the popular most one people after the result, at least for some days, for a month.
yes,
You are knowing each other, Kathi and Rishabh earlier. Like you will be meeting in the probation only now.
yes. I haven't seen him.
Acha, you have seen him, okay.
No, sir, no, sir. This is the first time I'm meeting him.
Yes, sir. This is our first interaction.
Yes,
Possibly, in Labasna, what happens that so two people are accommodated in the room, and sometimes it is a choice, sometimes it is randomly lotteried that two people will be living in a room. Then the hostel tussle bustle, that which hostel will be allotted. Now the situation is comfortable. Have you seen the academy in Missouri?
No, no, sir.
no, sir.
Right, right, right. But the best part is temperature is very comfortable. Temperature is really good. And for other thing, Athar Amir may tell about the other questions that you must be having in your mind. So, where are you as of now, Rishabh?
Sir, I'm in Ranchi.
Oh, yeah, we had spoken. You told, sorry, I missed it.
Yes, sir.
Not in
So,
contact with many of the people outside the periphery.
Yes, sir.
And where are you, Kathi?
sir, I'm in Chennai, sir.
In Chennai, yeah.
Yes.
So we
So,
have a Thala connection here because he's from Chennai and I'm from Ranchi.
Yes, sir.
So
okay. So every day you must have a call by some of the media people coming to your house for having the interview session. What was this and that?
Well,
yes,
I haven't received any media calls, but few institute peoples and my seniors, they call and they ask about what was the result, how did you feel, those kind of things happen.
Hmm. And Rishabh in Ranchi, what is the scenario?
the scenario is that today only like I was called to my school and after that the Hindustan newspaper called and asked for my suggestions for students who have passed from the 10th state board exam. So
Right.
how they should choose their stream and all, and what they should look for in a career. So I did not know what to answer. So I said that you should see whatever it is that you can see yourself doing for the next 20, 30 years and then choose that.
Hmm.
So they are coming. Then there have been some local news channels which have taken interview. So all of this stuff is going on.
Avail this facility. Just hold on, one of your friend is calling. You don't know that what cadre has to be allotted to you. What cadre you are thinking
Yes, sir.
to Rishabh as of now?
Sir, I want Jharkhand cadre because I am from Ranchi. But
No,
if, otherwise, I'll.
but what cadre
Yes,
you are
sir.
expecting in this rank?
Sir, I'm also expecting Jharkhand
Okay.
because my rank is 167, so I will be one of the higher ups in the police services.
Oh,
So
in
even if there are even if there are two, three insider vacancies, if there are three insider vacancies, then I will become an IPS because in Jharkhand cadre because the people who from Jharkhand who are ahead of me, many of them have taken IRS as their third choice. So Jharkhand cadre looks very promising.
you don't have any category, right?
No, sir.
Oh, and then yeah, as an IPS, definitely you will get one cadre.
Yes, sir.
You know that how many vacancies are there as of now?
No, sir. As of now, I have no idea.
Right.
Only the vacancies for each cadre is given. Like insider, outsider, those kind of vacancies are not there.
Yeah. Mr. Athar has joined. Athar, you may come. Some of your junior officers are waiting for you. I'm pinging you.
Sure. Hi, good evening, everyone. How are
Good
you?
evening.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
First of all, many congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Quickly, अपना नाम पता थोड़ा सा, can we just have a little round of introduction?
Rishabh, you may start.
Yes. Hello, sir. I am Rishabh Dev from Ranchi, Jharkhand, and I have secured 167 rank. So I look forward to joining the Indian Police Services.
Oh, lovely. Rishabh. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. My name is Kadiravan. I am from Chennai and I have secured rank 573. I am also expected to join IPS.
Oh, lovely. And where are you from in Tamil Nadu? You're from Chennai or
Chennai, sir. Chennai
Chennai.
itself.
Okay.
There are other people who are joining, Athar, and one person has left. They are messaging actually some problem.
You know, they are stars today, so I am sure. Who else is there?
There are people like rank 6 is there who is at the top, Srishti Davas, and then rank 21 is also there, Raj. And there is one lieutenant commander is also there who will be joining IPS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So Rishabh and Gatiravan, you may ask anything about the social life before and after
So
the profession.
first I'll ask. So Rishabh, how is it? How has the journey been? Tell us a little bit about that.
Sir, it has been very hectic. Today is the first day that I have finally had some time to myself and I've had time to process my thoughts. And the worst thing is that the mark sheet has also come today only. So now I have more things to process. And
Okay.
I scored a very shockingly on only 160 in the interview. So I don't know how that happened, but it is what it is, and the feeling hasn't sunk in yet. But other people are very happy. I'm happy that my parents are stress free now.
How are parents reacting? Because मुझे लगता है सबसे स्पेशल चीज सिलेक्शन के टाइम पे वही होता है.
यस सर. सर उनका स्ट्रेस फ्री देख के इतना अच्छा लगता है ना कि अब टेंशन उनकी खत्म हो गई. बस आई थिंक दैट इज द बेस्ट फीलिंग.
You have siblings?
नो सर, आई एम अ सिंगल चाइल्ड.
Okay. And what about you, Kathiravan? How is it going?
So there
You're
has
at your
been
home.
like,
You're at your home.
yes, sir. I am at my home, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so it has been like nearly 4 years for me into this preparation, and I haven't had any previous job experience as well. So it was kind of a neck to neck. Like I have to get a job at this age because it will be right age to join the services. It won't be much late. So it was. I felt like giving one means will enable me to realign my process, the entire preparation. But to get it into the interview stage at my first mains itself, I felt very satisfied. And getting a service now, more than me, my parents are very relieved and happy actually because they felt like, what if not this, what would be the next option? But now I have got into this. Now that is a very much relief for like a happy feeling for them.
Super, super, super. Uh, no, this is exactly. I think the feeling stays the same. Only times change. Only, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Sir,
not
I
very
can
sure.
imagine what it must have been with your rank for you. All the
Yes, sir.
channels must have been after you.
Uh, yes, kind of. I think मुझे लगता है सभी जगहों पे everywhere it is very similar. So especially when you're coming from slightly smaller places or smaller towns, etc.
Uh,
There, everybody somehow relates to it. Everybody
yes, sir.
uh,
Loves
celebrates.
a good underdog story.
Yeah, it's kind of an underdog story. Plus, मुझे लगता है just the kind of environments, the kind of atmospheres, the kind of backgrounds we all come from, and somehow civil services is one such option which makes you feel that all of a sudden overnight life and everything has changed. So that's quite special about this. So बहुत बहुत मुबारक, many congratulations to both of you.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Thank you, sir.
Please convey my deepest regards and congratulations to your parents also. मुझे लगता है सबसे ज़्यादा स्पेशली उनके लिए होता है. You will move on after 10 दिन 15 दिन, get used to it. After a while, जब एकेडमी जाएंगे तो वहां फिर ये सारा उतार देते हैं वो लोग. They make you feel कि बहुत ज्यादा उड़ना नहीं है, but it's the parents, they carry this always in your heart, and the way they will look at you from now on is going to be completely different. So you're the one
Yes.
who is going to be listened in bloody every matter in the house, irrespective of whether you know about it or not. And somehow you say something, even if it is stupid. So it's somehow, that's where where everybody stops. So
Yes.
Sir.
एनी ऑफ द क्वेश्चन आपको पूछना है ना प्रोबेशन से, और आफ्टर द प्रोबेशन क्या हो सकता है, सो अथर कैन टेल इन अ बेटर मैनर. और बहुत सारे कुछ क्वेश्चन होंगे माइंड में.
So I just want to ask what happens next. Like, what do we get? Do we get the allocation, service allocation first, or the FC letter?
uh, you will get it depends. In our times, we had already, one is you'll get a date for your FC. That
Okay.
date would also be there, and I think in next few days you will also get a letter from the DOPT also.
Okay.
वो भी है. फिर after a while you will get the service allocation. First service allocation will come, and then cadre allocation will come. And it is quite possible that cadre allocation may come subsequent to during your uh, service only, during your training
Okay.
only. That is also quite possible. But service allocation you will get definitely well before the before you join Masuri for your foundation course.
Okay.
Mhm. Would be foundation course would be for again for 3 months, around 90 days, 90 odd days. So there you have everyone. So IPS, IAS, everyone, IFS, foreign service, IRS, everybody is there in these 3 months, and then everybody will move on to their respective academies, and you will go, of course, if it's IPS, then you will go to Hyderabad.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh, but this 3 months is again important in the sense that there are two things to it. One, in IPS, in IAS, IPS, or whichever service, most of the work that gets done through your network. For example, I am a district magistrate right now, so kahin na kahin somewhere there would be some work related to income tax, some work related to customs somewhere, both related to your own wherever you're working. Similarly, there
Yes.
would be something else related to police in other district. For example, today itself, we had an unfortunate incident. Two laborers, they died. They were digging a well somewhere in one of the villages, and unfortunately, while they were deep inside the well, the walls of that well crumbled, and they got crushed underneath it. Then all of us had rushed it, SDRF and all the police and everybody had gone there in time. We took them out, but somehow two people couldn't survive. When we reached hospital, they already passed away. Now, one of the persons is from West Bengal. Now, his family, we don't know anybody from his family. So now, simple thing for me was to speak to my batchmate there in that district. It's an IPS friend who is posted there. Then I spoke to him. Within 5 minutes, we got the family connected, we got logistics arranged, and now we are planning to go forward. So similarly, it's one of the examples. So Baki in other things also, your network is something that makes these services important. So when you go to the academy, when you go there, it is not the it's not what you study there that's important. वहाँ पे पढ़ाएंगे, वो आप पढ़ोगे, वो आप खुद भी पढ़ सकते हो. It's actually the
Yeah.
kind of network that you build there, the kind of friends that you build there, both within your service, across your service. That is how good and successful you would be down the line when you're working. So you will find immense instances where you will find that help of a friend in IAS or help of a friend in foreign service is required. Same one more instance. Uh, there was a lot of our kids from here. They go for MBBS and they do MBBS in Bangladesh. So
All right.
sometimes, a while back, there was one casualty in Bangladesh of a Kashmiri student, of a local student from here. Now the body was there in a college in Bangladesh. Now that body is to be the big issue was the family wanted the body to be brought in here to India. Now how do you do that? How do you ensure how does the body move from the that particular medical college to the Dhaka airport? How is the I would say the uh, embassy formalities and consulate formalities done? Then who pays for that flight back? Who does all the things? So again, we had a couple of batchmates there in the Indian embassy in Dhaka. So just a phone call away. This is the issue. We are the people here who are going to receive it. So everything gets aligned. Everything gets sorted. So when we are working in our capacities in a district, in a state, in a UT, wherever, this work is very complex. The work requires a lot of networking. We alone cannot do anything. One department cannot do anything. Similarly, for example, right now we are in election days. I'm the district election officer as the district magistrate. Along with me is my police counterpart, the SSP of the district. So again, it is extremely important that your equations, your work culture, your professionalism is so good that at the end of the day, it is the public work that you have to deliver. So मुझे लगता है these are the two things that I think are really important after one has gotten in. The bookish knowledge, how much you know, how much you would know, that's kind of that keeps on going on. That never stops. For example, I'll give you a simple example. These days we are having these elections, and these are the books that you will read in academy also. Checklist for returning officers, RO's handbooks. You will do exams also for these books. But it is quite possible that you have forgotten everything by the time you reach one particular election in your time. Quite
Yes.
possible you must have forgotten everything. But then you have books, then you're trained again. You're given training. Election ECI does a lot of trainings for you. In training happens in districts also. There are master trainer. There is every sort of content available. So important is not that I should have mugged up this book in the academy. What's important is if I would have understood and learned how to make sure that how to be a part of the team, how to lead a team, how to build that equation where there are a lot of other people in your team. They also feel secure. They also feel that they are equally contributing. They also feel that they're valued. They also feel that we have a role to play and that role is being recognized. So A, B, again, if there's an issue, if there's some help that I require, how good a network I have built.
Understood, sir. You have explained quite a lot of things with one answer.
No, it's a very sparkful 5-10 minutes that enlightened me too as a teacher.
And another one point, uh, A, the service. I was feeling, my little bit of feeling was that, it's a huge responsibility that you have. Second, it is also difficult. The work that we generally do, it is not that easy. As somebody on social media, somebody at other place makes one feel. You are in a district, or wherever you are in public eye, you are in public glare. Something good, something bad, you're held responsible for that. You're held accountable for that. You may face a lot of criticism. It comes in n different ways. Sometimes you face criticism or something for a right reason. Sometimes without right reason. Sometimes for a thing for which you might have no role at all. But
Yeah.
that's how this whole thing works. There's something called as one government approach. One government approach means that you are all part of the same government. Say tomorrow, if something wrong happens in my district, and say somewhere something happens and SHO concerned didn't take action. Technically, somebody would say, okay, SHO didn't work. It should have been the fault of SSP. Why did he not look after it? Similarly, say somebody is in uh, say, let's say it's an R&B department. Say some bridge didn't get constructed, something else happened. Look, he has his own chain of command. There's own supervisory officers looking after that. Say similarly, for example, say CRPF. In our district, we have CRPF also. Here we have Indian Army also. Say, for example, just an example. Say if there is something wrong in say one particular place, and that completely department, uh, pertains to different department altogether. And then again, it's not that you can say that no, this is not my job. This was somebody else's job. You are part of that entire team, so you take that responsibility. You come forward. Okay, yes, something has been messed up. Yes, something hasn't been done right. Yes, something needs to be done, and we'll take care of it. So that's how it works. That responsibility is in fact very important. So it is very important also when you start working, to start building that thick skin, that you will come under a lot of criticism, you will come under a lot of pressure, you will come under a lot of expectations, right, wrong, whatever it is. But then you have to start behaving in such a way that it doesn't affect you, but people wouldn't know. People wouldn't differentiate between something that a municipal corporation does and something that CPWD does. It doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter to them whether it pertains to police or it pertains to a magistrate. It doesn't. For them, you are one part of one government whole. So sometimes many of us do this mistake, that when facing such situations, you start deflecting and you start pointing, this was not my job, this was somebody else's job, this was something else's job. So in turn, what happens is that it doesn't, you lose that value as a leader. You lose that I would say. So it's just, this is something that again needs to be kept in mind, that when you're going down in the field, maybe as ASP somewhere, as SP somewhere, somewhere later on an IG somewhere in your careers, so that we are part of one whole called administration, we are part of one whole called government, and all of us are working for one particular objective. That objective is to improve lives of people. That's to that's the ultimate objective. It's a public welfare. So if you keep that public welfare in mind, then you will be able to better understand the different perspectives, better understand what's going on in somebody else's head. You will be better able to assist them. So this is something again that needs to be kept in mind. And then there's something called again, hard work. We do a lot of this. We work very hard while we are in civil services, and that is the formula also going forward. As district magistrate, if I don't stay in office more than anybody else, obviously the district is going to suffer. मैं ऑफिस में शाम को 8 बजे तक नहीं बैठूंगा, 9 बजे तक नहीं बैठूंगा. That means I'm not giving enough time to the affairs in the district, to the issues in the district, the problems in the district. And it doesn't work that way. There are a lot of people, I don't know, कि भाई 4 बजे हो गए तो I don't work overtime or something. No, it doesn't work. ये simply work नहीं करेगा because math doesn't work. Why? आपके पास काम इतने ज्यादा हैं that you need time and attention. This is just like UPSC syllabus. आपके पास इतनी ज्यादा किताबें हैं, इतना ज्यादा syllabus है, you have so much of syllabus to read, it actually requires your time. How is it possible that you are saying that I was just studying for 2 hours a day and I cleared UPSC? That would be a scam, wouldn't it be? How is it possible that somebody says I just read 2 hours a day and then I don't know, maybe he's a superhuman or something. So similarly, there are so many issues. You have a lot of things to deal with. So if you're not spending enough time, you're not giving enough time, that definitely means you're missing out on a lot of things. You're overlooking at a lot of things. So you have to go to visit sites, you have to go to field, you have to go to remote places, you have to see things for yourself, you have to check things for yourself. That would require time, that would require effort. Similarly, when you're sitting in office, you have to review things, you have to see each and everything. How has this been done, whether it has been done, whether these have been followed up or not. So that is what is required. That putting in that effort and time is absolutely important. That is what is required. So ये सोच के कि नहीं, I'll be a great officer, and at the same time I'll also, मैं बहुत ज़्यादा time नहीं दूंगा. I'll not give sufficient time. Yeah, I'll be back office. I'm not the one who carries his work home. I'm not the one who stays beyond 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. I don't bother my subordinates much. That's not how government works. That's not how things work. On an average day, For example, I'll tell you, in your office, if it's a typical day, you will find at least 200 people will come to your office. Now, one option is you say that, no, I'll let people come and meet me in my office only for, say, 12 to 1 o'clock, 1 to 2 o'clock, 1 hour a day. That's a typical standard mostly used. But then in 1 hour, you may see 20 people, 40 people, 30 people. Then
Yeah.
there would be another 180 people who would not have gotten an opportunity to meet you, despite the fact that their work wasn't done at the lower levels. So naturally, what do you have to do? You have to open your doors throughout the day for longer hours. That means you have to give out time. So इस चीज को prioritize this thing.
I think, yeah, I think that's why we given so many perks, because the government wants us to only focus on service delivery to the public
You're
and
absolutely right.
grievance redressal.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So you get everything. You get a house, you get a vehicle, you get people who work for you. You get good quality everything, whatever it is, in terms of your office space, in terms of other thing, you get a proper access to everything. Now, in return, what is required is how well you're able to do it, and that would require more time. It is not that your salary is 60,000 rupees and you're paid only to work from 10 to 4 in the 10 to 5. No, this is a job which is a round the clock job. So going forward, these are broadly 3-4 things that I think after 7 or 8 years now, I realized were more important, are more important. A, your network, how many people in your batch, across the services, irrespective of the service, in IRS, in IPS, in foreign service, and railway service, and how many of you just remember, one phone number in your mobile number is a resource. जो भी phone number, whichever phone number of your friend or a batchmate you have in your mobile number, that's the resource that you have. That's the wealth that you have. So build that network, build those connections. That you should have people everywhere. You should have people whom you can always rely upon. And it's not for your personal work, but of course for your public service delivery. That is A. Second, learn how to be a good team member, and then how to be a good team leader. So team member का क्या होता है? कई बार sometimes what happens is there's a senior, there's a junior. There's this service are very hierarchical. Two batch senior to you, he'll get offended with something if you understand what I'm trying to say. Now, but then again, as a part of the team, how is it that ensure that as a member of the team you work well? हर किसी चीज में you don't have to be a I would say chamcha everywhere. The problem with a lot of us is, we love to be leaders, but we are not good team members.
Hmm.
So, not being a good team member affects your both career prospects also, as well as your learning prospects. You don't learn much. So everything is time. Everything will come to you. Initially, you join, you will be an ASP. It is possible that in the district wherever you are, or you will be a DSP somewhere. It is possible that maybe the SSP there, he might be from the state services. You are from the IPS. The person may be from the state services. But then again, he has had an experience of so much. That's why he's there. So
Yes.
how do you give that due regard? How do you understand that? That's again, it's important. Similarly, in a district, in other place, there would be somebody from the IAS, there would be somebody from IRS, there would be somebody from. So there's not a competition to say that no, my neck is higher than yours or my chair is bigger than yours. No, it is not. The worth is if the other person feels that you are part of his team. If the other person feels confident in you, that's what's important. Rather than somebody thinks, no, I am more important than him. No, it's not about importance. It's about how much value I'm bringing to that team. It's how much value I'm bringing to that equation. So that's the point number 2. Point number 3, again, that service, wherever we are, this requires time. It requires hard work. And don't be in that misconception that no, things are okay. It will affect immensely in a bad way.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think that's broadly the gyan I wanted to pass on.
Thank you. No, this has been very. This has given me a lot of perspective to approach things going forward. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And also,
Thank you.
their detailed medical, as per the service, will be there after allotment of the service, I think, in FC only.
No, medical though they would have already done before the
One
interview.
medical,
That would have
one
gone.
medical, one common
Yeah.
medical. But after that, like for PS and for RS custom,
No, they would have already done it. They would have already done it, I'm sure. हमारे टाइम पे तो पहले ही होता था रिजल्ट से
हाँ अभी
just
हाँ
before
हाँ
before
इंटरव्यू
the
के टाइम
results.
पे एक हो चुका है मेडिकल.
हाँ, हाँ.
But for PS there is no detailed medical. For RS there is no detailed medical.
Not very sure. I remember during our time, for example, my medical was at Ramanor RML Hospital. So
Yeah.
all of us were there. They took all our clothes out and did a full. Then they decided again. Some people had some issues. I would say. Base उसमें किसी को सर्टिफिकेट वगैरह दे दिया. Some persons had to appear before medical board. Somebody
Yes.
had to do it again. But that was done before the results were out. Before all this, and subsequently कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं थी. No. So wherever you are given one roommate, so rooms are also good. Just it is that people don't take mess food. बाहरी वो गंगा ढाबा पूजा में खाना वाना खाते हैं. Do it the way you want. Enjoy करो दब के उसमें कोई चिंता नहीं करनी. Don't worry much on that.
Right. So
Or
it was a wonderful.
so you also get a degree for master's degree for during your training period. So the 2 years of training that is converted into 4 semesters, and you get a master's degree. So we would get a master's degree from Jawaharlal Nehru University,
Okay.
GNU. So we had been given a degree, master's in public management. So you get a marks card, and so your FC becomes first semester. Then your district
Okay.
training becomes second. Similarly, there's a thesis portion, and then your phase 2 becomes the third or fourth semester. So that's a 4 semesters and grade points, everything. So you get a master's degree also during your 2 years of training. That's also an added kind of a
advantage of profession.
Bonus.
हाँ. और वहाँ आपको academy में you will also get some salary also. That salary is given to you as an advance. Finally, it is your cadre. So academy gives you money, but that money is kind of a advance to you, loan to you. And finally, it is your main cadre state wherever you are posted. They finally teach that bill to LBSNA. So they deduct the mess fees and hostel fees, etc., and your charges of your these track suits and other t-shirts, etc. So वो वहीं से काट के आपको दे देते हैं. Rest they will give you something in hand, maybe around 30,000-40,000 rupees. So that's good enough.
Kadiravan, will you be taking extraordinary leave for giving the exam, or this is the final
So,
one?
no, sir, I haven't planned it. Like, I'm not sure whether if IPS, when you're saying that I will get IPS, if I get IPS, I will go forward. I
Right.
won't take another attempt.
Athar, if they take EOI, will they be losing their seniority for batch wise, or like
No.
they keep
Your
that?
batch would stay the same. In case, for example, if you are in 2000, say this is 2000, you'll be 2024 batch. Because your result is out in 2024. Your exam batch is 2023, but your batch is 2024 because in 24 you'll be joining the service.
Yes.
So there will be 2024 batch. Only in railways they take it a year. उनके वहाँ tradition चलता है exam batch का. In the railway service, they use the exam year as a batch, but in the rest all the services it is the year you join, irrespective of when your exam was. So आपका batch ये रहेगा 2019. Now if in case you take a leave or something, even then your batch would be the same.
Okay.
So that's the good part. But that this EOI was not there when you were in the profession, I think.
No, कहते हमारे time पे भी होता था.
EOI.
But then it was kind of you could take any number of times. Now it has been more made more restrictive. But in our cases also, a lot of us who would be otherwise getting some, they would skip FC mostly because by the time FC is over, you would have done the
Fine, sir.
another. You could have done the another written exam again once more. So वो भी करते थे that you take.
Yeah, so I think though the question and answer I was knowing, I was asking the question on behalf of these people so that they have the clarity.
No,
I was
they'll get the clarity on it on their own. They've already done so much, already reached there. To go to, I'm sure they would need no more uh, gyan and no more
yeah, yeah. They had
guidance.
already seen many of your interview as one of their role model, I think. Must have read some of your books also available in social media, and kind of input that they need to give in the interview. I can remember Rishabh and Kadir and I took your interviews too, but matlab, Athar is one of that person who like gave all the electricity, all the bulb of my mind in just 25 minutes time. And many of other senior were sitting like in that mock interview. Very objective person and kind of mathematics in the philosophy, which is very rare. Matlab, putting philosophy as math, subjective answers you are giving and so objective you are. And that too very, kind of spontaneity. It was really, really good. And in all of you, Rishabh and Kathy, in there and other people also. But yes, something makes some people favorite. So that's how it is. So thanks, Athar. And it was really quite enlightened one. I did not expect you to give so much time to these people. It
No,
was quite,
absolutely my pleasure. I'm glad I could meet both of them.
yeah,
Uh, Again, my heartiest congratulations to both of you. Please
Thank
do
you.
convey my regards to your parents.
Sure,
Okay,
sir.
and
Thank,
I'm sure you'll do wonderful. You'll have great lives and careers ahead. Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you,
and
sir. It was very nice to meet you.
thank you, thank you,
Thank
thank you.
you. Thank you so much for all your input, sir.
Pleasure, pleasure. Thank